Hi, I'm Zach Jarvie. I was playing Germany on this board.
Peter Yuring in Russia.
Robert Roos, Turkey. Chad Kemp, Italy.
Hanvil Johnson, France.
Okay, so who'd like to just give a high-level overview about what happened? Peter? Robert?
Oh, you top the board. I believe it.
All right, Peter, what happened?
You know, I think Robert and I sat down at the board and we both looked at each other and were like, we don't really know anyone else on the board, so let's see what happens in spring of '01. And then there were a ton of misorders. Everybody else basically misordered something or did something funny.
And England opened to the English channel.
England opened to the English channel, and Robert and I just looked at each other and said, let's just roll the board, basically. Strong RT.
RT out of the gate.
Yeah, straight up.
All right. And how did the opening game go for you guys? At the very beginning of the game, what was the plan? What happened?
Oh, well, I'll just start. Austria was a new player team. Obviously, I was worried about the RT from the start, but my other concern was I didn't feel that I'd be able to coordinate with her, and she didn't trust me at all.
Okay.
So I don't know, I just kind of fell apart.
Did you kind of run in on her a little bit? Did you ever take triage?
I tried to stay somewhat friendly with her, but in a position that I could take advantage of the situation if I had the opportunity.
Okay.
She was more worried about me than anyone else, it seemed.
Okay.
Her fleet never left you.
Oh, wow. Okay, so you ended up just falling back as Turkey advanced and ended up...
And then there was a point where I thought it would seem clear to her what was happening and that she could trust me. And we tried to coordinate some moves, but then she just didn't follow through.
And so you were France, England opened to the channel. How did the opening of the game go after that?
Well, I went Burgundy to, my side of Burgundy, Brest to MAO, and Paris to Gascony.
Okay.
And I tried to convince England to take Belgium and Norway.
Uh-huh.
Because he get two, and I get two.
Right.
Or take Brest and Norway, and then I go to Belgium. He just told me which. But then I went to Belgium, Spain, and Portugal.
Okay.
But I lost Brest, and Germany, with his misorder, and the fact that I didn't have Brest when he was the channel, abandoned the idea of the Sea Lion.
Oh yeah. If you lose Brest, it's Sea Lion. If you don't open to the channel, you're not doing a Sea Lion.
Yeah,
All right.
I didn't realize that.
You got to read that opening theory here. So let's talk about Germany here. Oh, okay. You want to sit down? Yeah, pull up a chair.
I made a ton of mistakes. I don't want to go into too much detail.
Okay.
It's embarrassing. But I did misorder, and there were reasons why I didn't build a fleet in Kiel. I think the channel was part of it.
Okay.
I made the Sea Lion hard. Was there a bounce in the channel, or did you guys...
No, he got into the channel.
You were into the channel.
I told him there was a Sea Lion
That's
coming
also
out.
why I think I built a second...
I think he got to get some good spirits out of it. You fought me the rest
No,
of the
you
game.
but that's correct. You were in the channel.
I'm Turkey.
Yeah.
I wasn't in any channel.
No, no, you were in the Black Sea. Or was there a bounce in the Black Sea?
There was no bounce in the Black Sea. It should have been an indicator right there.
Yeah. The moves were it was a DMZ in the Black Sea. And I can't remember if that was conscious in my mind when I built two armies, but I built two armies, so we abandoned the Sea Lion. And
Again, I'm going to go with, if France doesn't open to the channel, you're not doing a Sea Lion. So you can't abandon something that's never happened.
We went against...
But you just decided not to attack England.
Yeah, no, I flipped. It was going to be...
commentary from behind the camera.
It was going to be, hey... I need someone to save me here because I ruined this game.
Hey, now, they had a game-long alliance, right?
I flipped to try to work both with Russia, because you got to try to work with both of them at the same time.
Yeah, if you're Germany, classically working with England and Russia is, no, that never works.
It never works, but you have to, like, hold them off.
Yeah, you have to fight them, maybe one against the other, play them off against each other. Yeah, that can do, that can
Otherwise,
work.
there's things that happened, and although I pulled back from an initial attack, I was ready to go hard east, and then he dotted me for Holland. And I still built one, but it was...
Yeah, you killed your momentum, and you had to turn around.
I kept trying to work with him, forgave him a little bit, but there was some other things. He went into Ruhr without me knowing ahead of time. Although he said He didn't say specifically he was going. I don't want to get in too much.
Well,
the
hey,
point is I fell apart.
Okay.
Let's be honest.
All right.
I went to Holland and he turned Fatal Attraction on me.
Aha! I see.
Just kidding.
Well, again, there are some definite warning signs.
A while to bubble up.
I worked with you after you dotted me in Holland, but it got to a point where I'd been in other games where I've been squeezed between two better players, and I said, "Screw this." I'm. At some point, I said, "Screw this." I'm Russia's guy now.
You're just going to Janissary.
Yeah.
This
Okay.
is where he's exactly right.
And I
Basically,
tried-
we were trying to squeeze him.
Thank you.
And I basically misread the situation. He was in a better board position than I thought. I thought he was weakening, so it was time for Russia and me to go in for the kill. That was a bad mistake, and
I think
The part of the problem was he didn't tell me he'd made this decision. He just kept saying, "Oh, I'm fighting the solo," and which to me meant.
Hold on. You've got the.
You never told me you were
There's
exactly
arguments after the fact
I
about what
said
happened.
specifically, you go to Denmark, I'll go to Holland. You can't stop both.
This is like a
that
second
one time. Yeah, when you
diplomacy
died in
game.
Holland,
Well, I went to
really
Holland.
early on. You're talking about really early on.
The time when I
He's talking about like 1903.
let me just say that listening to this conversation, it's pretty easy to understand why Russia and Turkey might have thought if we stick together, we can just roll over this board, because a lot of miscommunication and a lot of going after each other, and with Austria and Italy not working together.
One added thing is because I'd opened to the south, I basically left Norway open,
Yeah, Norway didn't get
and
taken.
he was able to slide right in.
Did you open North? Did you get it in 02?
I didn't
gave me
stop him from
Sweden.
taking Sweden. The price was you don't jump Austria.
Okay.
Actually,
All
no,
right.
I supported Sweden out of Norway to give him.
Yeah,
Sweden.
give him. Wow.
So that's part of why we stayed
Yes.
on pretty good terms.
So
and then he
I
attacked
had a
me.
bill.
And then he attacked me with the
No,
dot from Sweden.
I went to Silesia to check you. I didn't dot you.
Hey now,
No,
that's,
but
I
the
didn't
build you
think you
got
were
out of
gonna
Sweden.
build in. I didn't think you were gonna build
The
in
build you got out of
Budapest.
Sweden.
he
ended
can't
up
build in
Prussia.
Budapest. He's Russia.
No lie, right?
It did.
The build,
You took Warsaw. didn't
From.
you?
He doesn't know
and then
what
you
he's
took
doing.
Warsaw.
Words. Words are hard.
You lost Warsaw.
Okay,
orders.
so now I have the question I have for you guys here is, I look at this and I say, how the hell does Russia not solo on this board? And I say, because I mean, you got everybody's trying to stop him, but like, how are they even going to get a coherent set of orders together?
I'll
So
tell
what
you-
happened?
I'll tell you exactly what happened.
Yeah.
Was Germany was janissarying for me. Robert was basically just pushing forward and saying, "Hey, I'm not going to take any of your dots. Just take the solo. Like I don't think I can do anything, so I'm going to let you kind of have it." Which he lied to me. And then on the critical turn, right before we voted for the draw, Robert basically gathered all of them up, had them write all orders in sequence and together, and went to 13. I went to 14. He took one off of me. I took two elsewhere. And I realized that my one janissary had just turned into 3 janissaries for Robert, and he's at 13. And I said,
And you count Marseille, and you don't own Portugal yet? Don't own Brest, don't own any of England.
guarantees.
A lock.
That's 16. And England, at this point, is using all 4 fleets to slow me down, so probably inviting him to North Atlantic. 17 is Liverpool,
was.
right?
Yeah.
So I was like, uh-oh, this just shifted very badly.
So Robert, why don't you keep pushing and try and
I
take the
don't know why
solo?
This is one of the ironies is so.
Well, let's hear from Robert here, because
You guys
So
fought
I
Janissary
was
against
behind
Janissary,
Jurgen.
and it worked. It saved the draw.
We had worked well together. I didn't really want to stab him, but when he starts laughing at me, no, you weren't laughing at me, but you were laughing.
he was laughing near him.
Yes, he wasn't actually laughing at me, but I go, is this going to be edited?
Absolutely.
Well, then fuck. I said, what the fuck? And I turned, and at the same time, England was going away.
Yep.
So I got them to kill German troops,
Right.
which are basically Russians in disguise.
Yep.
And the answer was, at that point, yes, I may be able to get a solo, but in order to do that, I have to crack England. And if I crack England, he
You
might
could get the
very well
solo.
get the solo.
There's a risk-reward thing.
I was okay if he topped the board based on where we were at, close, as long as, I got a score because I get lost to a solo.
This is like a 14, 13, 4, 2,
No, 14, 13, 4, 1, 1, 1.
Six people live.
So about 50 points each, you know, or maybe 52, 40, something like that. Yeah.
So the risk of trying for a solo
For both.
Yeah.
was that the other person would get the solo.
Right.
So
Well,
I
that's
could have done a little
amazing.
better. We could have gotten both to 16 maybe. But then when you're at 16, what happens?
Yeah. Right.
Try to get the solo.
Exactly.
All right, hey guys, that's an amazing board, and to have 6 of you left at the end and have that kind of draw, that's very impressive. Thank you guys. Yeah, good game.
Thanks.